Agus Fáilteoisteach, welcome to Drolín na Crisha, West Clare Ran's night. And behind me, around me here, are hundreds of boys and girls of the Ran people in West Clare. We're here in Kilbaha, in the hospitable home of Jack Lynch. That, of course, is the Kilbaha Jack and his wife Mag. What better way to start the proceedings than to go in there and meet them? Splendid they look by the fire. It's a great pleasure to be in West Clare. Can I have a small little kiss? Oh, isn't that lovely? Hello, Jack. Do you want to kiss me too? Oh, that's lovely. There you are. Sit down there now and take your ease. And watch all the thousands coming in there. Gentleman there with 4 bladders, which is a rarity. I suppose all the colour of Clare is round us.
Indeed, yes.
Did you ever have a night like this before?
Never.
And there's a man there with a bull's head in him. And what better way, really, Mag, to open the proceedings than call up Dennis Ledan, the king of the Ran boys. Dennis.
Ran, the king of all birds. On St. Stephen's day, he was caught in the furze. We followed this Ran 3 miles from home, through hedges and ditches and great big stones. We caught him at last and we broke his knee, and we hung him up in an ivy tree. So up with the kettle now and down with the pan, shove back the chairs and let us begin. Good luck.
A lovely song of my lovely girl, One Morning in June, Deirdre Barry.
One morning in June, agus megel ag spashtara, Kassaram Colleen Baroi Asagri. She was so handsome, but hit maying raleigh, his dog she and naring 3 catlar machri. I asked her name, no cadayar in penny hair, dogs and I'd show a gragel machri. Sure, my heart it will break if you don't come along with me. Slan agus spanach lebur evan til. Washicalin biogog me o counter na fariga. Togo go kinastam me the sack mo heel. I been so airy o sebi but lack the gum. Made my own parents and me disagree. Washiquishless a store. Akanish talum tamil. I'll tell you a story about Leather Cree. That I am a young man who is deeply in love with you. Surely my heart is from roguery free. Ye're go, you bold rogue, you're wanting to flatter me. The baron or love, na gain or a grieve. I've neither wheat, potatoes, nor anything. Few and flood lappin' cor herring sinny. Can no ik me te that this lace mine necklace, goon English cotton and fashion ta there. So powder your hair, love, and come away along with me. Slan agus spanach lebur evan til. There's an alehouse nearby, agus by me go mad now. If you are satisfied, Grogal McCree. Early next morning we'll send for the clergyman's. Buy me a tangle thing honest until. Buy me the gold for the Warris and Harrogate, and then we will take the road home with all speed. When the reckoning is paid, boys, who cares for the landlady? Slan agus stanach le búre van tí.
Now, Dennis, where do you think we ought to go to next?
I think we call on an accordion player we have here, a local man. He might give us a shot of a hornpipe or something like that.
And what's his name?
Alfie Marnon is his name.
Alfie, come out here with your straw hat.
No better man.
And give us a straw corn there. Dennis Sedan, the splendidly caparisoned, that's a nice word, king of the Wren boys here in Kilbaha. I must say I can't say the same for the Wren.
He's had a rough day of it.
He looks as if he had.
There was a hell of a hunt of it, but he's the worst for it now by the looks of it.
Did you chase him very far?
We did, yeah.
But I gather he's going home to the wife and kids tonight.
He is, and by all accounts they have a big family.
Is that so?
That's right, yeah.
Wrens have big houses.
Big houses.
No wonder Mag is laughing behind us there, probably. Now listen, this Wren boy tradition, you're all, as I said earlier on, splendidly clad here. How far back did that tradition go?
It dates back to the beginning of the 30s, 40s, we'll say, like. As far as I wouldn't like to tell you my age, of course, by going back too far, but as far as I can remember, it's been in the locality.
You're about 25 and a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll settle for that.
Thereabouts. Now, all your garments, all your gowns, all your hats, who made all of these?
Well, this is where the wives come in handy.
They are useful.
They are at times, yeah. And they produce most of them at home, like, they're all locally made from materials that we can say, for nothing almost.
And how many do you have in the group in all?
We have anything up to 30, I suppose. Anything up to 30.
And how many places would you have gone to today now on your trip?
We'd have gone to anything like 60, 70 houses, maybe.
And expecting to get the few punts in each place, I suppose?
Sure, don't you know, we expect to get the punt, even though it didn't worth as much as it used to be, but...
What happens if they say, God, you're great lads, thanks very much?
Well, I wouldn't like to tell you what we'd say, but to be honest with you...
Going down the Boreen,
yeah,
there's a bit of crack.
For sure. That's for sure, yeah.
But you do well normally, I suppose.
Well, maybe if we didn't get something out of the cup on top of the dresser, we'd snap something over the table, like, you know, to make up the balance.
That cup on top of the dresser is important.
That's the one we'd be watching.
Do you think that Mag and Jack have a cup on top of the dresser?
I hope so.
You hope so, and that
they have
spill it?
They have been known every year, to give them their due, they have been known to come across in a big way, but the few barbers concerned.
People in Clare love the Wren boys, don't they?
They do, yeah.
There's a person here, too, with 4 bladders.
That's right.
Is that a complaint?
Well, let's say it's a swelled-up complaint, if it is.
Swelled-up complaint. Yeah. What sort of bladders are they?
They're pigs.
Pigs?
Pigs' bladders. You know that we kill a lot of pigs in the neighbourhood, like, and that's the first thing we go for, we'll say, like. Even though it might look that we'd need a poor steak first, but we go for the bladder first.
They look like common market bladders.
They could be, but I don't think Man-shoulder or any of those had anything to
I doubt
No.
it very much. Do you play football with them at all?
We used when we were younger. Not anymore.
But that's all gone?
That's all gone.
They're just for entertainment now?
That's just for entertainment.
Now we have a huge crowd, as I say, here tonight for this lovely Rand's Day party. There's a man here about to play a slow air for us, isn't
That's
there?
right, yeah.
And who is that?
That's Padder Crotty.
So then we'll call on Padder Crotty to play a lovely tune, She Form of Water.
No better man. Father, come out here and...
Lovely better. Lovely Father. Party, Jack and Mag Lynch, and we thank you all very much for being with us. Now, this is Stevens's night, the night of the Wren.
Right.
Do you like the Wren, boys?
Oh, I do have great welcome for them. Clear tables and chairs with the dancing up.
What more could you ask for, I suppose?
What more could you ask for?
Jack, let's go back to the Christmases of long ago. What do you remember about them?
Well, they were all right, sir.
Plenty dance.
Plenty dance. You know it.
What would you have for Christmas? Say, for the Christmas dinner, what used you have long ago?
Old turkey.
An old turkey? Yes. I say, how do you know she wasn't a young one?
Oh, well.
And plenty of cotton bread, I suppose.
I couldn't beat it, sure. You couldn't beat that.
You were fond of the cotton bread?
Oh, definitely.
Used the neighbours calling to see you Christmas time?
Oh, definitely. They would come from all over, you know?
From everywhere?
Yeah.
Cousins and uncles?
Yeah, everyone at all.
Jack, to ask you a personal question on this Stevens night, I don't like doing that to you. Where did you meet herself first?
Oh, I met her at her own home, you know.
At her own home?
Yes.
And where was that?
Don't tell him.
You won't tell me. And when he came into the house, Mag, they often talk about love at first sight. You looked at Jack, and did you say, he's the man for me?
Oh, God bless your head.
You know, I called into you too, and we're talking about food again, a couple of months ago, and you were making Carrageen moss.
Yes, I was.
Is that very good for a person?
Oh, you can't beat that.
What's it good for?
For everything, sure. If you had a bad stomach, 'tis great for it to drink it hot, go on to bed and so on. And if you want to leave it set You would have it with your afternoon dinner or your afternoon tea.
You could have it 3 times a day if you
You
like.
can, and before you go to bed, a bowl of it.
That'd be good for you.
I suppose too, Jack.
I would definitely.
That'll keep a man going a long time.
That would help you.
You've lost no heart with the years anyway.
I beg your pardon?
You haven't lost any heart.
Well, I haven't so far anyway.
You haven't. Would we have a piece of music, Mag?
Oh, it's
Definitely.
Yes, or a song.
I think we'll have a piece of music.
All right, so.
Don't contradict me, Mag. It is very dangerous. And now, in fact, we have a few reels played on the great Clare instrument, the Concertina, played for us by Tommy Mahoney. The King said I should talk to you about bucocks, but before that, I want to talk to you about something else. I was watching your set here tonight, and the floor was really raising sparks. The hobnail boots. Where do you get all the hobnail boots in Clare?
Well, they're not as plentiful now as they used to be, but a good many wear them, still wear them, you know.
Are they very good for the sets?
Yes, they're good for the set, especially in the flag floor.
They really hop off that floor.
They do, yeah, they make a better sound anyway.
Now, they're very rare, as you were saying. Where did you buy your own hobnailers?
I bought them in Kilrush.
Kilrush is a good place for hobnail
It
boots.
still is anyway, yeah.
And do you go into a shop in Kilrush and say, I want a pair of hobnail boots?
That's right, yeah.
And they know what you want?
They do, yeah.
Now, I was also told, of course, to say to you, tell me a little bit about the bucocks, or the Bochig in Irish. Who are they?
Well, they are the crowd who gather if a couple get married and come home from the honeymoon. Or in olden times, the day they get married, you know, they have the wedding in the house, and they gather and dress up that night and come for to perform in the house, you know.
And what would they do when they'd come?
Well, they'll dance the set anyway, that's the one thing they'll do.
And would they wear straw like you're wearing here?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
I suppose the bucocks then are part of the strawberry tradition too, are they?
Yes, I suppose, yes, you could link them up with it all right.
And do you yourself often go to weddings like that?
Yeah, well, as much as we can, you know.
And what sort of welcome would you get?
Well, we get a great welcome. A great welcome.
I suppose if you had been around the day that Mag and Jack got married, you'd have been in force.
Oh, we would, yes, that's for sure.
And I got a few bob for it probably too. Now, I know that you're going to perform for us something very unusual and very strange called Tattered Jack Welch. What's that?
Well, it's Tattered Jack Welch is the name of a jig. And the song was written to the music, you know. And you'll also jig, or diddle a bit of it, you know.
So you diddle it?
Yes.
And sing playing of it?
Yes, and we'll step dance it as well.
Eating and drinking.
That's right, yeah.
Right, Marty, on you go.
In Ballymahach there resides an old man who could handle the chantle, a spade or a pan. At the tinker and trade he'd a beautiful plan, and his name it is Paddy McCarthy. He rises at 7, his work to begin, and he hammers away with his solemn 10. And the neighbours with teapots and kettles come in to be mended by Paddy McCarthy. Each Monday he go to a market or fair, fresh lard in his brogues and the same in his hair. He get drunk and he throw his old hat in the air, saying who'll challenge old Paddy McCarthy. There was Mickey Maloney, a comical card, with a noddle as bold as a blather of lard. He got jealous of Pat by the way that he sparred, and he challenged old Paddy McCarthy. Now they fought for 2 hours, till he conquered old Mac, with a left-handed slap on the broad of the bang. Paddy lay on the floor like a cold empty sang. God be good to you, Paddy McCarthy.
And there, Mikey, come on, here a few steps. Here there, Mikey.
There's no party would be complete without a recitation, and tonight is no exception. So here now is Michael Burke. Michael.
For the tale the tinker told me as we camp below the bridge, where the oaks of Hillgrove beckon to the stars, and the brown owl and the old mill gave his banshee wail again, as the woodshire thumbed their shadows in the cars. I sat there watching upwards of the tinsmith of the tribes, scatter crescent moon and stars about the sky, while the pieces white like silver glisten with eternal dews, as he snips his shape to dipper with a craftsman's steady eye. Shango the blacksmith ruled the forge beside the hazel wood, where the 4 roads meet and mingle like old friends come from afar. And when he saw the tinkermen sweep at the smithy door, the hate blinked from his dusty eyes as light winks from a star. For go the blacksmith walked a maid when April was abroad, and she promised that she'd wed him when the trees had lashed their green. But Tammy Wren, the tinker king, came laughing down the road, and when the summer fled the fields, she ran the tinker queen. Now the smith should be the friend of man who takes the road for mate, for we're iron that the blacksmith baits or tinker hearts a shod, and he that hates the tinker man should make no boast of hate, for the stick the tinkers carry is smashed 3 grown by God. The bellows hissed into the coal, the iron glowed to red. The blacksmith picked his hammer up and made the anvil ring. But a shadow fell across the sparks that danced about his head, and looking up the go he spied the smiling tinker king. Away from this place, tinker man, I'll pair no hoe for you, and take your road into the next ford, while yet your road is good. No shoe I'll shape for him who made the 3 hard iron nails, for him who died between 2 thieves upon a cross of wood. The smile drained from the tinker's eyes, like sunlight from a pool when the cloud sheep seek their pastures in the blue sky's airy trail. A liar was your father, Gow, your mother aired a fool. 'Twas the blacksmith blew the bellows, and the blacksmith made the nails. Then face to face they glared their hates within the smithy smoke. The tinker man just like a cat, the smith broad like a bull. The muscled arm raised aloft, the hammer swung and missed. But the ant flashed and cracked his loaded butts into the blacksmith's skull. Now there are men who like the rain and who like the rain, and men who hate a roof of slate until the day they die. The white road ribbons through their dreams and turns and calls again, but not for them, the bare patch of sky.
Well, Dennis, this is one great party.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's one of the best I've ever been at. Are Clare people always as good as this at parties?
Yeah, they're even better if we had enough of the liquor in, but we haven't time tonight.
You'd like some more of that, would
We
you?
have so much travelling done all days that we haven't time to drink.
You haven't. You know, looking around me tonight and looking at some of these fine straw corns of hats here, there must have been a great crop of oats or corn or whatever around here last year.
Nothing but the best in the Banner County. But don't the size of the grain deceive you there, because a lot of that is swelled up from all the water we had all year, like, you know.
It doesn't go with the heads as well?
No way, no way. There's no swelled heads there. Even though we can provide the best of music, they don't suffer from swelled heads. You know?
Ah, you're very modest. You're like the Corkmen.
Ah, well, no. We won't
No comment.
comment on that, no.
Strictly no comment.
No
Let's
comment,
have music then. What are we going to have?
Well, we have Pete here on the accordion. We're going to have a jig to start with. Like, we have Pete Hock here on the accordion. We have Joe Wren. We have James Halloran. And we can't leave out Fiona, who is one of the best on the bowl at her age. And maybe there'll be a surprise thrown in as well.
A good surprise?
Well, we'll leave that to your own judgment.
Right, lads. Away with you.
Now, lads.
Sad time in every party, Mr. King, and this is the sad time. There's a song by Sigerson Clifford coming up, the great Kerry songwriter. You're going to tell us a bit about it.
I am, and what fear you think about introducing him, I'll do it. I'm the king of the run around here.
He's one of your boys.
He is, yeah. And it's about time you sat in your chair.
The chair has gone on fire. I can't sit down.
Well, that's the best time you'll sit in it. So, we have enough of the Cork people for tonight. Marty Martin is the man who'll sing the Boys of Barnastrada for us.
No better man.
No better man. No, Marty.
The town that climbs the mountain and looks upon the sea, and daytime are sleeping, sure 'tis there I long to be, to walk again those kind old streets, the place my life began, with the boys upon the shoulder, hundred farland. With cudgels stout we roamed about, to hunt the drolling. We searched for birds in every fall, from little to Dulaing. We jumped with joy beneath the sky, life held no parental plan, and we rise upon the shoulder, hundred farland. And when the hills were bleeding and the rifles were aflame, to the rebel homes of Corry those tanks and strangers came, but the men who dared the Jigs and fought the black and tan were one boys upon the shoulder, hundred farland. So here's a health to them tonight, those men who walked with me. by the banks of Clan River and the slopes of Benetee, John Dolly and Bad Handy, the sheehan's Con and Dan, and the boys upon the Shroud, who hunted for the land.
Well, boy, Martin.
But now they toil in foreign soil, where they have gone their way, deep in the heart of London town, or over in Broadway. But I am left to sing their deeds and praise them while I can. Those boys upon the shoulder, who hunted for the land.
Lovely then.
And when the wheel of life runs down and peace comes over me, just lay me down in that old town between your hills and sea. I'll take my sleep among those green fields where first I grew a man, with the boys upon the shoulder, who hunted for the land.
Eoghan roill a bwyle hart, Law and Rolene hart and Sagunt and Corry. We've had a wonderful time. We hunted the Wren, we brought home the bacon. We danced, we sang, we talked, we met Mag and her husband and all the good friends. And when you used to meet you now, until this time next year, the Meramid Bioig and I'm sorry. Eoghan. Agus further you're very welcome indeed to there to meet Joe, but I leave you working away there.
Okay.
Right, Mikey. Now we'll go in and we'll have a chat to Joe.
Don't be long.
I won't be long.
Okay.
I won't be long. We'll see what Joe could do for our aching joints. Someone said to me earlier today when I came to Kilbaha, you must meet Joe Burke. And here is Joe Burke. How are you?
Not too bad at all.
Joe, where do you come from?
Donncha, East Milton, Melbourne.
That's not exactly next door, is it?
No, it's not. That's a good few miles away.
You have been here before, I suppose?
Oh, yes.
Now, I gather that you do some rather unusual things. You're a bone setter.
That's right.
Where did you learn this?
I got it from my father, I suppose.
And
I inherited it.
were you very old before you discovered you had
no.
this gift?
No.
Can you tell us, how did you find out first?
I fixed my father's shoulder. And the first gone off.
What was wrong with his shoulder?
He disjointed his shoulder.
And what did you do to him now to fix it?
I cut his hand and put back the jointing.
Just as simple as that?
Just as simple as that.
And you went on from there?
Went on from there, that's right.
Now, do many people come to you to talk about their
What I
ailments?
sure do. They come from all over.
Like even outside of Clare?
Oh, yes.
What was the most difficult job you ever did now?
Well, I didn't find any of them too difficult, mind you. They're not that hard, you know.
They're not that hard?
Oh, no.
And where do the people come to you?
They come from Germany, England, America,
And where do you meet them?
Matthew Bison in us.
You have clinics, I gather, in various places.
Oh, no. One place, Matthew Bison.
That's all?
That's all.
They've
And
got
at
to come
home.
to you?
If they're lucky enough to get me at home, they'll get me there all right.
I know that story. I try to get you at home. You're very rarely at home, I think, are you?
Very rarely, right?
You're an elusive bird.
Right.
Which do you prefer working with, if this is not a sort of indelicate question now? You don't mind an indelicate question, do
No,
you?
I know it.
The men or the women?
Oh, sure, I must prefer the women, of course.
Well, by your smile, I'm certain that you would anyway. And again, to be indelicate, do you prefer walking on a woman's ankle or her knee?
Anywhere they're round, you know. Be very suitable.
That leaves you a fair latitude, of course.
Exactly.
And say when a lady comes to you now, what sort of approach will she make? Are they very direct? Will they say, Joe, my leg is out of joint, or what?
She'll tell me how she's complaining, and I'll have to judge what'll have to happen after that.
Say she comes to you now and her knee is somewhat uncomfortable.
Yes.
What's your approach to that?
I'll have to catch that foot and feel it, sure. Find what's wrong.
To catch it and feel it?
Yes.
And by the look of you enjoy every minute of it.
Of course I do.
When you feel the leg, to be serious, how will you know when it is wrong?
I know it quite well before I handle it even.
And then what advice will you give her after that?
Well, if it is disjointed, I'll put it right, and if it is a strain, I'll tell her how to get it right.
Have you got very, very strong hands yourself?
I think they're very weak, myself. They make out to me their hands are strong, all right.
Give us a look at your hands.
But I make out the hands are very weak.
Well, obviously not many people feel like that. When a big man comes to you, say, with a shoulder out of joint,
yes.
big bones there,
yes.
Is that difficult?
That is difficult. More difficult for the person himself that's suffering.
Is it very painful when you go to work on
it?
him? What happens there? Do you put him down on his face somewhere?
No, I just leave him down on the ground in a rug.
Yeah?
That's it.
But that's not quite it. What do you do?
Take his hand in and put up the joint back again.
You make it sound as simple as falling off a chair.
It's as simple as that, you know how to do it.
Yes, I suppose, like life, it's simple while you know how to live it.
Exactly.
You got this from your father.
Exactly.
Did your father before him have it too?
He did. My grandfather had it.
Do you remember your grandfather at all?
Oh, no.
And were people coming long distances to your father?
Oh, they were. But he used to travel about a lot of them. He would go to Mayo and Sligo, to all the places.
He travelled, I suppose, by train in various ways.
Well, car the most.
And did you travel with him?
No.
So you didn't really watch him in action?
No,
much?
I did not.
Now, are there younger people than you in your family with the gift?
No, no, they weren't either.
And would you like to feel that it should be passed on?
Well, I didn't feel that way inclined, you know, about it anyway.
You don't mind?
No way in the world.
You're getting all the enjoyment out of it yourself?
Of course I am.
You are. How many women have you seen in the last week?
I couldn't count them.
How many knees have you felt in the last week?
They're uncountable. I didn't tip it yet.
Well, I suppose that's as good a line as any to leave our gentleman there who's engrossed in his laughter. He didn't keep a check. Now, but there's a nice young man about to join us here. I suppose the youngest singer we've had on the Travelling Roadshow yet, by name of Mr. Patrick Roach. Patrick, would you like to come out here on the hearth and sing your song?
In the dark, a ship was anchored on a bright St. Patrick's Day. On the quay, a lass was sighing for her lovers going away. In her hands, she had
John Kelly. Thank you indeed, John Kelly. On behalf of myself and